Hello. I could eat about 1.5 million of these.
Well, nobody's perfect.
Welcome to the It's a Drama podcast.
Daddy, I love him.
My mother thanks you.
If you can't say something nice.
All right, Mr. DeMille, I'm ready for my close-up.
Hello and welcome to the It's a Drama podcast. I am Liz.
I'm Sonny.
And today, Sonny, I'm so excited because today we have got a guest on.
Second week in a row?
Second week in a row because last week we had an American and this week we have got the lovely Laura and she is from New Zealand.
Hello.
Hello, Laura. Hello.
Hello, my New Zealand accent.
Yeah. So I'm just going to say how I met you, Laura, how we became friends. Laura works in a cafe in New Plymouth. And
it's more of a restaurant, isn't it?
Yeah.
Restaurant
eatery?
cafe. Yeah,
Restaurant.
it's an eatery, isn't it? Yeah.
That's a posh name, that, isn't it?
Monica's Eatery.
Yeah. Sometimes when I think of eatery, I think of wenches.
Wenches.
Because, you know, in England, they say,
like
an eatery.
Yeah.
So when they called it never used to be called Monica's Eatery. It was something else before that.
I think it was the Govert Brewster Cafe maybe before that.
And then when they changed it to Eatery, I thought, is it going to be like wenches serving in baskets and things? But anyway, I met Laura because I go into there a lot and use their Wi-Fi, and I'm a little bit of a skinflint. All I ever do is drink tea. And Laura is just gorgeous to me, so kind. How many times have I come home to you, Sonny? And I'm like,
service is great.
yeah.
Oh, that's so sweet.
So if you are in New Plymouth, I know you're not going to be there anymore, but... So
the other girls are very lovely, though.
They are, yeah. No, big shout out to Monica's, big shout out to Monica's in New Plymouth. Brilliant, absolutely fantastic place to go and eat and do your work and just relax. But when I was in there last week, you dropped a bit of a bombshell on me.
Yep, so I'm leaving.
Yes.
I'm leaving New Plymouth in just a few days, actually exactly a week right now. And I'm moving to Northland to build a tiny house, to live in a tiny house.
Tiny house. I can't, and that's why I just thought, oh my God, we've got to get you on and talk about this. Do you know what a tiny house is, Sonny?
I do. So, I've got my my article here.
Well, shall we ask Laura to describe it or you first?
Yeah.
No, go on, seeing that you've done your article.
So, it didn't really give me worldwide stats. It just... Sorry, I've been told to move closer. Hello. It didn't... Too close. Okay. It didn't tell me worldwide stats. It told me American stats. So it said, the typical American home... While the typical American home is around 2,600 square feet, the typical small or tiny house definition is a home with the square footage is between 100 and 400 square feet. Most tiny houses are independent structures. Some are parked on land with other buildings or a larger home. And I was looking at pictures and they literally are little houses.
Yep.
So Laura...
Windows and everything.
Thank you, Sonny. That's a really good definition.
Enlightening.
Yeah, it was. The way it flowed so naturally out of your mouth as if you weren't reading it at all. It was amazing, actually. Laura, would you like to tell us what a tiny house is?
So again, basically it is just a small house. So you have all the normal things that a big house has. You have a kitchen and a bathroom and a living room, and some have little spaces that kind of lend themselves to office space, and then usually you have a bedroom as well, which will be a loft space, which is just how you keep it that small. But they're all very different.
Made of
size.
wood?
Yep, usually made of wood. Well, it depends whether you've got one that's a movable one or not. Movable ones usually would, just because you don't want things to be cracking as you're...
So how old are you?
I'm 27 right now. Yeah.
So you're 27.
Yeah.
And you've just suddenly decided to what are you doing?
Well, I actually decided a couple of years ago, maybe a year and a half ago, just as I was getting to Monica's, I think, that this is what I wanted to do. I've just sort of been moving around, renting.
You a gypsy?
Oh, well,
bit of a gypsy.
Pretty much. But not out of, not because I wanted to, just because I needed to move to different flats all the time. Sometimes landlords sell the house, or you just want to move in with different people, or, there's lots of reasons. But I just wanted somewhere that was a bit more, I guess, comfortable.
Right.
Comfortable and felt like my space, really my home. And I guess with the savings that I'm going to have to build my tiny, I technically could put a deposit down on a regular home.
Yep.
But I don't know, I just don't think that fits with sort of my ethos and how I want to live. I'd really love to live really sustainably, really, really sustainably. I also don't really want a mortgage. The thought of having a mortgage is really not thrilling.
So are you? I don't mean to be personal, but are you going to be able to like buy your? Have you got enough money to be?
I'm still saving at the moment,
right?
But I will buy it all on my own. I will make it and build it all on my own savings.
So how much does it cost to?
Well, I'm planning to do it on $50,000.
New Zealand.
Yep. And that is with me building it, so I won't really be paying for labour, which is quite a big thing. So usually
building it.
Does it come with instructions?
No. So I've looked at a lot of things there's so many people when they build a tiny house, they just document the whole process. So there actually is a lot of stuff out there, which is really, really cool.
Yeah.
And I will also hopefully be doing the same so that people can watch and follow along with anything that I'm doing as well.
Yeah.
Also, my parents...
You've got to do that.
My parents do a lot of building and stuff, so they have a lot of knowledge already.
Yeah.
I will just preface that.
Yeah.
I have no building knowledge.
But your parents do.
Got to start somewhere.
Yeah. And your parents.
So
do.
yeah, I'm very, very privileged to have that knowledge like available to me. Where was I? I can't remember.
So you've got. I'm just always interested in the money, Sonny, because to me it's like it's going to cost you. That's a bargain. You're going to get 50. You've got 50,000 New Zealand dollars, which is. You couldn't get anything for that, could you? Really?
You couldn't get a regular home, no. You could put a deposit down and buy one with a mortgage.
Yeah, but then you'd need a mortgage.
Then you've got a mortgage and you're working to pay off your mortgage. When you work, the money that comes in pays off your house.
Yeah.
I just want the money that comes in to either go into savings or be spent on travel, or I just want to keep that money.
Yes, I bet you do.
And then maybe if I save really hard over the winter, I could have like a few months over the summer off to just travel and explore and have a bit more freedom rather than like being in that kind of rat race and.
But that's what I found so fascinating, because you're only in your 20s. That's normally the sort of the realization that like an old lady like me would come to and say, look, I've had my kids and I'm sick of paying my mortgage. My kids cost me a fortune.
I want to go and live in a tiny house.
Yeah. I want to go and live in a tiny house. But it's not something you would normally hear. Like, do young people do it?
Lots of young people do
they?
it. Yeah, quite often in couples, I think. It's like very much a, we both want to live this lifestyle, let's go and do it. I think it's very much a lifestyle thing usually, lifestyle driven.
Right.
Because you can kind of, I'm building, so this is what I mostly look into, but I'm building a house which will be on a trailer, so I'll be able to move it around.
Right.
Which obviously lends itself to like a very open, free kind of lifestyle.
See, you are going to be a little gypsy.
I'm so going to be a gypsy. Oh
my grandma was a gypsy, Laura.
Did
you know that?
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I look at the gypsy fairs when they bring they've got tiny homes.
Yeah, they have. Like that's exactly.
I mean, now we call them tiny homes, but gypsies have just been living in them forever.
Caravans.
Caravans. Yeah.
So no, I think that sometimes when I go in a caravan, I just feel so...
We did when we had that caravan out the front, and all the lights were on and the bed was there, and it was like, I could live in here.
Oh, you just feel so safe and so... It's just so...
It's nothing to worry about, you know? Like, you don't have to clean... If you do have to clean the windows, it's only, like, little windows or, hoover the house. It's, like, take, like, 2 minutes.
That's kind of actually another really big thing for me as well. So when I first moved here, I moved here with my partner at the time, and we...
Where did you move from?
Wellington.
Oh, yeah.
So we lived actually just the two of us in a 4-bedroom home because we wanted space for the family to come and stay and friends to come and stay, which we did have, which was really nice. But man, I spent every weekend cleaning that house.
Did you?
Cleaning that house, doing all the washing, cleaning all the bed sheets, dusting all the rooms, watering all the plants. My goodness.
It's not much of a life, is it?
Oh, I mean, I actually don't even really think I thought about it at the time, but when I moved by myself into a different place and I moved into a really tiny room and stuff, and I think I wasn't upset about it. I was kind of like, oh, this is a bit different. And then all of a sudden I just had all this free time. I was just back at the beach all the time and I was like, oh my goodness, yes, this is This is it. This is me.
This is
you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's when they say
And
lifestyle,
some people
isn't it?
live to look after their homes and they love that. You know, that's the lifestyle that they love. That's just not the lifestyle that I love.
No.
I just am such an outdoorsy person.
Yeah.
And if it's a sunny day outside, I'm not going to be cleaning the house.
No.
I'm gonna be outside.
You could always do what Sonny does.
What's that?
Well, you've got a nice big house, and you just leave it messy, don't you, Sonny? You just walk out.
No, don't. Like every other kid.
Sonny, do you think you would go on living in a small house?
I think I'd like it. I saw a video a couple of years ago about like this 9-year-old boy who wanted to build one with his dad in the back garden, and that's how I first heard about like tiny houses. And he was in England, and he had like, you know, it was like just like I don't know why I'm gesturing, but it was it's like a little house, and downstairs was the kitchen, and then in the roof space was a ladder that went up, and then there was the bedroom in the roof space.
Yep.
And he lived in there like when he was like 10 years old. It was in his parents' garden, but like that's where his room was in the little tiny house and stuff. And he cooked his own little dinner and
Oh,
it was,
that's
like,
so cool.
Do you have a little knife and fork?
yeah, little knife and fork. But like you open the drawer and there's only like one set of knives and forks and stuff like that. Everything is like minimal. I really like it. I think it'd be cozy.
I think so too. I'm
And
jealous.
you can take it anywhere, you know.
I am.
You can come and stay.
So
It's just one person.
I was going to say, how does that go on then? So
I think I'll probably try and have a couch that can fold out so that I can have a couple of people stay in there if necessary. But I think it's maybe just going to be bring a tent and camp outside.
Is it?
I really want it, once I've built it, I really want to park it somewhere cool and then have a massive house party and get all my friends to bring their tents, and everyone can just camp around my house, and we'll just have a big like celebration. I think that would be so awesome.
that will be great.
Yeah.
So you're parking it on your mum and dad's land, is that right?
At the moment, I will be building it there. Yeah.
You're building it on your mum and dad's land, staying with your mum and dad while you build it?
Yep.
That's nice.
So it's actually funny that you talk about the 9-year-old that was building his tiny house, because when I was 6 years old, mum and dad bought me a caravan for my birthday.
Oh,
Yeah, and
how cool is that?
then when I was 8, I decided that I also wanted to live out in the caravan, so that could be my bedroom.
Right.
So mum and dad just kind of like did it up a little bit. You know, we painted the walls, and mum made me some nice curtains, and I lived out there until I was 14.
Wow.
Yeah, so I think, and it's so funny because I, you know, decided to build my tiny house and everything like that, and I was so excited about it, and then I just came to this random realization that actually I'd sort of lived in a tiny house.
Of course you had.
Most of my, you know, like my childhood. I lived out in my little caravan.
So do you think that's what like spawned your love for like living in a
Maybe.
little house or
I
something?
don't know. Maybe,
Yeah, go back
maybe
to
it's
your
just that I've
childhood.
kind of, I'm just going back to really, you know, when you're a kid and you're just doing exactly what you want, exactly what feels good to you.
Yeah.
So I guess I've just come to that realization that that's exactly what I want and what feels good to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm actually going to move back out into my caravan. Mum and dad still have it.
Oh, right.
So I'll
okay.
be living in my caravan as my bedroom. Not,
Yeah.
there won't be anything else in there, obviously.
Yep.
When I get back up there, so I'm really excited about that.
Where's Northland? Is it down or is it
Up.
North.
up?
Yeah,
Right.
up.
Well,
So is it-
Northland?
Is it? Yeah.
It's like north of Auckland, north of Whangarei.
Yeah,
Yeah.
really north.
Is it nice up there?
Oh my gosh, it's so nice.
Is it? Why? Why? What's so nice
Beaches.
about it?
Okay, beaches.
Really, really.
Every
Yeah.
10 seconds there's a new beach, and it's just white and sandy, and there's nobody there.
Really?
Because the population up there is so small. It gets quite busy in the summertime, but it sort of depends where you... If you go to a busy beach, you can hop around the rocks and about, you know, for maybe 15 minutes, 10 minutes, and there'll be another massive beach completely empty.
Wow.
And there's beautiful rock pools, and there's beautiful walks, and it's warm. It's so warm.
Is the weather warmer than New Plymouth?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lots of places to park their tiny house as well. Yeah.
And it's just a really casual lifestyle up there. It's really beachy. People don't really wear shoes. And so where my parents live in Matapuri, there's like 10 people that live there over the winter.
Is that right?
You know, over the summer it's quite busy because there's obviously everyone's got their holiday homes there. But you know, everyone just walks around in bare feet.
Yeah.
Nobody bothers putting their clothes on after the beach.
I thought you were going to say nobody bothers with their clothes on then.
Not nude, but like, you know, in their trunks.
Yeah.
You know.
I had this picture in my head, everyone just walking around naked with their tiny homes.
Yeah.
But it just feels really, it's just really relaxed.
Oh,
you know.
Laura, you're selling it to me. You really are.
Well,
Do you know, remember you said we were going to get like 4 caravans
Yeah.
and go into the bush and like park them in like a little semicircle, string lights from them, and put like a campfire in the middle.
Yeah.
Have
That's
each one have
exactly
your
what I
own
said.
little.
Sonny, look, for what, Bri? How much did we pay for the caravan in England? We imported a caravan.
£7,000.
Yeah. So we imported a caravan from England, and we brought it to New Zealand to sell as a profit to pay for a part of our world trip.
Oh, yeah.
And when that was here, it was sitting out in the driveway, and that's exactly what we said. We said, if we got a caravan each, because I'm getting to that stage now, Laura, where I would like my own little bedroom away from Brian, and just, is that really weird?
Don't do that.
Is that really weird?
Because then you turn into Catherine from Ireland.
Pardon?
Roderick and Caroline.
Yeah.
And they slept in their own rooms.
I don't blame them, Sonny.
I found that so weird.
No, it isn't weird, because you get to a stage where you just... Yeah, well, you just get to a stage where you have your own little things, and if you want to see your husband, you can just pop out to the hallway, have a little knock on his door and say, would you like to come over? But no, listen, if you had 4 caravans, one each of the family, and like you say, put it in, I just imagined this square.
I can honestly see it.
Can you see
I can
it?
see it so clearly.
And the fairy lights strung from one to the other, and we
Yeah.
could all meet out. We could say, oh yeah, let's meet out tonight at 7 o'clock by the fire, and we could all just sit out there and... Pardon? Oh, toilet. So how does that work then?
So you have a compostable toilet.
Ah,
Yeah. They're so good. They're just,
yeah. So
They got them at green school.
yeah. So that's
really
all
easy to
sorted.
use. They don't smell or anything.
Electric.
Easy.
How do you do that?
Actually, I think you just empty them. They've got like a little bucket thing.
No, darling. I just meant like, what will you do for electricity?
For electricity, yep. So I'll just have solar panels. I want my house to be able to be completely off the grid. So I'm hoping to have a little water tank situation as well. I won't probably have it off the grid, completely off the grid like that often. But if I want to just camp out in the woods for 6 months and not talk to anybody.
That's the thing. You said before that you were an Instagram bunny. So will
Yes.
you have a Wi-Fi box in your tiny house?
Yep. So basically, once I've built everything, I'm hoping that really my only expenses will be Wi-Fi and food. I don't know if I'll be able to have a Wi-Fi box because I won't be on a property, so I won't be able to be set up with cables and things.
Yeah.
So I actually might just have to be paying for data.
So just unlimited
Just
data.
an
data,
unlimited
so,
data
yeah.
situation. Yeah. But also, I just want to be on the internet less anyway. So
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, it's a good idea, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because if you haven't got it readily available,
Well,
it's
it'll sort of just force me to.
You're not going to have a telly, are you? Or would you have a telly?
Some people just have little projectors that you can pull down and just plug your laptop into, so you can have a bit of a watch if you
You got
want to.
Netflix.
Sonny, I'm
Yeah.
really,
You
really...
got Netflix, you don't
Yeah.
need anything else.
I'm really,
TVNZ
really...
on
I'm like,
demand.
I feel like I'm so lucky because so many people have built tiny houses already. I'm just gonna take lots of bits and just copy heaps of. I mean, I'll probably do some of my own things as well, but there's so many cool ideas to copy from, and I'm so excited.
What do you do as a job? I know I met you from working in hospitality.
Yeah,
but-
so right now I'm working as the events manager at Monica's Eatery, and on Sunday I will be unemployed, and I'm very happy about that.
But did you say you were a florist?
Yeah, before that I was a florist, so I was a florist for 3 years before that, and before that I was a graphic designer for a little while, and I worked freelance
Right.
doing that, and I have a degree in graphic design, so I've got a few things that I could go back to. I don't think I want to go back to anything where I'm on the computer too much, because that just doesn't really speak to me. I think that's why as soon as I became a florist, I just really flourished.
Do you know what? I wish we had you for longer. Can I just ask you a quick question? Because I'm really interested about this. So you went to uni in university.
University.
No, I was going to say New Zealand, and then I said university. So you went to uni in New Zealand.
Yep.
And studied graphic design. And came. How long did that take you? 3 or 4 years?
That was 4 years because I did an honours degree.
Right.
Yeah.
And then why did you come out and be a florist?
Well, so because it's a university degree, not a polytech degree, you kind of learn sort of design thinking as
Right.
opposed to the technical. You do learn some technical things about graphic design, obviously, but I think the biggest thing that we take from it, that degree is sort of critical thinking and learning how to take ideas in any aspect and turn them into something in a professional sort of way. So I 100% use my graphic design degree.
You do.
In floristry.
Right.
And kind of in what I do now, not as much in what I do now, but definitely when I was a florist,
Yeah.
just all the time. And I think I picked it up so quickly. So I went into floristry with no knowledge, and I think in just over a year I was managing a florist.
Right.
Yeah, just because I sort of had that background, it meant that I really understood like colour and hierarchy and movement and just so many things.
Yeah.
And I just can't wait to do something new and learn lots of new things and apply that thinking to everything that I do.
Right.
And also I think if you do a degree, you just shouldn't be scared to switch if you're not enjoying.
No, definitely
There's
not.
just so no point in doing a degree and then spending your whole life hating your job.
Yeah.
Oh, I did a degree in this, so this has to be my job.
Yeah.
No.
Well, I was just going down the route because we're always talking, aren't we, Sonny, about, you get sort of like, this is totally off the subject, I'll quickly wrap it up, but you get to 18 and you're like, oh yeah, you're going to go and do a degree, and you don't really know what you want to do, and you go to university and do a degree in something, and then actually you come out and like you get to be 25 and you think, do you know what, I didn't even want to do that, and it was just a waste. And that's what I wondered, if that had been...
I think you've just got to not think about it as a waste, you've just got to think about it as, because there's so much that you learn at university as well. I think you just learn how to think about even just politics and the world around you, and I think you can just really tell when someone's had a university education, just the way that they think and stuff is so different.
Careful what you say, because I haven't got a university education. But that's all right. What I was going to say though is, I can imagine, so are you going to do it like all flowery inside? How is it going to be, your little house?
Oh, it's just going to be so colourful. People keep on saying, oh, you're going to do it lots of white and wood and stuff. And I'm like, I like white and wood, but actually I really love colour.
Do you? Yeah, look, your hair is pink.
Oh, my hair is pink at the moment.
What like, you must have an image of what it's going to look like. So like, what do you see, like what colour's the door, or like, like...
I kind of want a periwinkle door, but also I actually also kind of want a glass door. Oh. Because light, and I want like a big sliding door, and that will just be my door.
Okay,
So only because I've seen that on a house, and it just
looked nice.
It just looked really nice. It just opens up the space so much. I think, So while I would love to have like a classic front door, I think practicality-wise, if I'm going to have lots of light and stuff in my home, which is going to be a big thing for me, a glass door would be really nice.
Right.
Yeah.
And what about heating?
This is a must for me. I am going to have a tiny little fireplace.
Yeah. So like kind of like almost like a log cabin kind of feel.
Yeah, nothing beats having an actual fire in your house.
Does
oh
it?
my goodness, it's just so... Oh, my auntie has a fire in her house in Taupo, and when I go home, like when I go and stay with her, it's the best thing in the world.
Yeah.
In wintertime, just getting up in the morning and lighting the fire.
I know, yeah.
Or when you wake up in the morning and smell the fire after it's been lit.
Yeah. And it's also environmentally friendly, and I can toast marshmallows.
That's a lot of something that a lot of people don't know about New Zealand is actually how many open fires we have. Like log burners and stuff. They think it's quite, like people come over and they say, oh, you've got a little wood burner, and then I suppose it's not almost every house in New Zealand has a wood burner. Am I right in saying that, or is that just
pretty
rubbish?
Pretty much all the old ones have.
They all have a fireplace, don't they?
Yeah. Pretty much everyone we've been to has had an open fireplace.
I just can picture your little house, and I can just picture you up there in the Northlands without your shoes on. Can you, Sonny?
Do you need insurance? Do you get insurance?
I will. Yeah, that will also be a big expense. So I will have to have quite a lot of insurance.
Oh, really? Would that be quite expensive?
I imagine it will be. Yeah, I haven't really started looking. Well, I have looked a little bit into it. I guess it'll just be the same as house insurance.
House insurance. That's not cheap.
No, it will be different again from house insurance. It's going to be an interesting thing to insure.
Yeah. And so if you don't want to stay on your mum and dad's property, and you said it's on a trailer, so you're going to be able to tow it away.
Yep.
What's the laws in New Zealand about turning up and putting a house anywhere and just...
Well, I would definitely find a spot for it before I moved it anywhere. So you can kind of park them in camping grounds and stuff. I mean, obviously people have caravans and stuff parked in camping grounds.
So strange when they're
permanently.
having a house.
I know. I'm going to be the
tents.
coolest person in the campground.
I think you're going to be.
Because you turn up and be like, who's in that?
Yeah. You've only got a camper van?
I know.
Can I just ask you a couple of questions? So if it's on a trailer, do you make the trailer as well, or do you buy a trailer?
I am going to buy a trailer. Yeah.
And how big would that be?
Probably about, I'm imagining I'm going to buy one that's about 7 metres by 2.5 to 3 metres wide.
And
Yeah.
what sort of vehicle would you tow that with?
At the moment, I'm not really sure. Definitely.
No. Do you
not,
drive?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Definitely not the vehicle that I have at the moment because I've just got a little
Yeah.
Toyota Vitz, and I don't think she's going to pull that.
No.
What, like a Land Rover or something?
She's got to build it first, Bri. She hasn't thought about those things.
I didn't know.
Jumping
I have thought about it a little bit. Like I've definitely thought about the fact that I think my house will have to sit there for a while I then save up for a car that can tow it off the property.
Right.
Yeah, because after I'm going to be pretty poor after I finish building, but you know.
Just one last question. What made you go for a tiny house and not a caravan?
Oh.
What made you go for a
I
tiny
think-
house and not a caravan?
I think just a little bit more livable and a little bit more permanent. So I'm hoping that I can probably live in a tiny house. Well, I mean, maybe for the rest of my life if I like it enough. Like my thoughts at the moment is that I will build it and just travel around and really explore New Zealand because, oh my goodness, New Zealand is amazing.
Yes.
And just live in lots of different places in New Zealand and really soak it up. And then during that time, I'll be saving a bit and I can buy a bit of land and pop it on the land, just pop it straight down, build a really big art studio and make an amazing garden. And that will be me.
Oh.
What about, and you said then about exploring New Zealand. How do you get it across the Cook Strait?
You just pop it on the ferry.
It can go on the ferry?
Well, massive trucks can go on the ferry. So, yeah, it'll probably
Yeah.
take a little bit of
Yeah.
So imagine
talking.
that.
I won't just be able to buy a regular ticket and get right on.
Yeah.
But I'm sure if I talk to the right people, I'll be able to get it on there. Yeah.
And so when you're going around in your little house, what are you going to do for a job to get money? What do you plan to do?
Right now, I kind of have no idea, and that's actually just really exciting. To
Yes,
me.
yeah, I think so too, yeah.
So I'm just going to I really want to move back into a really, really creative job. Because when I was a florist, I think just the creativity of things really.
Do you know what I think would be a fantastic idea is if you, like we were talking earlier about you doing a podcast about your journey, a YouTube video, and then you could sort of like, couldn't you, Sonny? You could
Well,
like
you
tutor
could almost
people.
be, could almost do photography because you like Instagram and you're going to go traveling to
Yeah.
all these places.
Yeah.
So, you know,
That's true.
New Zealand photography and
Yeah.
stuff and
Yeah.
sell them to Air New Zealand or whoever, you know?
Yeah. Or just do like a little, like people obviously want to do this and they don't know how to do it. And if they, you could do like a what's it called when you get
A course.
Yeah, like a course or a conference or
Yeah.
something like that. And you could all get together.
Yeah, that
How
would
to
be
move
really
into
cool.
a tiny house. You could start like a tiny house corporation, like a meeting thing,
Yeah.
like a meet every 3
I
months
think
or
there
something.
are like meetings and
Oh,
things
really?
about tiny houses.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen them on YouTube videos, or like people have just sort of mentioned them. I think.
But you're inspirational, Laura, because you're young and you're on your own and you've got pink hair and you go and you walk around the Northlands with no clothes on. No, I'm only kidding. But yeah, I would follow you so much.
Yeah.
I don't know. Sometimes when you watch a couple do it, it's lovely, but they've got each other. But you're doing it on your own.
Yeah.
And that's,
Oh, I mean, I do. I need to shout out my family because I do have my family. They're just so supportive,
Right.
and yeah, like I don't feel like I'm by myself. I mean, I guess I like the idea and things is by myself, and my motivation's kind of by myself. But yeah, they're just honestly, I have such a supportive, amazing family.
fabulous to have a
Yeah.
family
Yeah.
that are completely behind you like that.
Because
Yeah,
some
we're kind of
families-
just all in it together, you know.
Yeah.
Any venture that we kind of go on, we're all in it together. So mum and dad are just bought a big property in Northland, and they're going to be building some glamping sites on it.
Oh, really?
Which is really exciting. So I'll be helping them out with that while I'm
Yeah.
there as well.
Do you know what glamping is, Sonny?
Glamorous camping.
Good
Yeah.
boy.
Thank you. But what was I going to say? I was going to say, completely forgotten.
Can you go and stay with Laura glamorous camping?
No.
Yes, you can.
Never mind. Carry on.
You've forgotten what you were
I
going
was
to
going
say?
to ask something really good as well. No, it's gone.
It's just gone
It's
out your mind. Are you an only child, Laura?
No, I have a little brother and a little sister.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
How little?
My brother is 25, so he's 2 years younger than me.
25 little. I thought you were going to say like 8 and 7.
No. Oh, well, yeah, no, he's definitely not littler than I am
And does
anymore.
he do little camping houses?
Well, actually, my brother just bought a boat, so he's going to be building his boat right beside
Oh.
I'm building my house.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It is, isn't it?
I'm going
projects
to
on the
bags
go.
the space first, though. He's not getting his boat in there before me.
So I think a big shout out to your mum and dad. Well done, mum and dad, because
Yeah.
look, you look what they've
That's what I was going to
done.
say. I was going to say some families would be like, you want to quit your job and, you know, build a small house. They'd be like, no, that's not happening.
Yeah,
Yeah, they'll be like, are you crazy?
Yeah.
But I told Mum and she actually like cried with happiness.
Did she?
Yeah. Well, I just think because I'm coming home and things like that.
yeah.
We've lived in different cities for a very, very, maybe 10 years now. So
What an adventure, hey?
Yeah.
it
What
really
an
is.
adventure. I'm so happy for you. I'm going to
Thank
miss
you.
you in Monaco's.
Oh, I'm going to miss you so much too.
I'm really going to miss you.
Plymouth.
But I am going to follow you on Instagram. And can you tell everyone where they can find you on?
Oh, yeah. So I'm just at Laura DeRolles. So Laura and then DeRolles is DeRoles.
Put it in the
That's my
show
last
notes.
name.
Yeah, we'll put
Yeah,
it in the
yeah,
show
yeah.
notes. Yeah, because I'm sure people are going to be super interested. And do you know what else I love about you? I love your passion for New Zealand.
Oh, thank you.
I really
yeah,
do.
I actually am really passionate about
Yeah,
this country.
you are, aren't you? I've always noticed
I mean, other
that.
countries and travel as well, but yeah, I think we really take out people that grow up here. You really take your home for granted.
Yeah. No, I love that. Have you got any other questions, Mum?
No, I think that's good. I think that's it. Yeah. Answered all the questions about small, tiny houses. Yeah, tiny homes.
Yeah. Thank you so much
Oh,
for coming
thank you.
up.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, you've driven all the way over to our house to do this recording, and I'm so grateful for you for that. And I wish you all the best in the future, Laura.
Thank you.
And
Thank you
I'm
so
going to
much.
follow you on Instagram.
Yes, definitely.
Very exciting.
One day you can bring your house and put it in our garden.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
actually, yes. Yes, please.
Yes, there you go. Yeah. All right.
It's possible. Yep. Anyway, thank you so much for watching.
Watching?
Listening and looking at your phone while you're listening. Thank you so much for listening. More coming soon on the podcast. I'm not sure what we've got on next week, but I'm sure it'll be very exciting. So
Yeah, if you like these interviews, if you like this style interview, then I think you should just drop us a comment, because I love actually interviewing people. It's great.
Yes, it is. Yeah, it's
And,
enlightening, and it gives you a break from just talking to you constantly.
I mean, you just sat there. What should you talk about now?
But anyway, if you guys did enjoy, make sure to leave a 5-star review. If you don't, you're a terrible person. But yes, thank you so much for listening. I've been Sonny.
And I'm Liz.
And you've been Laura.
Laura.
And we've been the It's a Drama podcast. Thank you so much for listening. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Thank you so much for joining us this week on the podcast. We have loved having you here.
If you guys could subscribe to us on iTunes and leave us a 5-star review,
Oh yeah, that would be nice.
that would be absolutely amazing. And make sure to share the podcast with your friends.
And if you'd like to hop over to the blog, find one of the little boxes that ask you to drop your email. I will send you a newsletter every week letting you know when we've released our new podcast. That will go
that'll be nice.
straight into your inbox. So it's www.itsadrama.com.
All right, guys, enjoy the rest of your day, and we will see you next week for another podcast.
Look forward to it. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.